Hi, welcome to Excel tutorial. In this part, we will be discussing about options of page layout tab. In page layout tab, we have different groups like themes, page setup, scale to fit, sheet options, and arrange. These are the different options we have in page layout. So first option is themes option. So we have this table. Just see the changes that are made to the table. You can clearly see how the heading style is getting changed on the top. Okay. For each theme, different font style. Okay. Different type of color for heading. Right. All these are different options, different styles we have with themes. Colors, fonts, and effects will change. Especially in smart art, we can see better use of themes. Each theme will have its own font, will have its own color for text, headings and all. They can be applied based on our requirement. Okay. Next, margins. Whether you want wide margins, normal margins or narrow margins, or whether you go for custom margins, that is your choice. Header and footer, how much space you will leave. Okay. And all this can be done by using margins options. Orientation, whether you want to see vertical page or horizontal page, portrait or landscape, based on the type of page that is available with the printer, based on the page that you want to print, you will be selecting the size of paper. When you don't want to print the total area, when you want to print only some part of Excel worksheet, then you can simply select, suppose if I want to print only these 6 lines, okay. I will be selecting this and I will be clicking on print area. When I click on Control P, I can see only that, okay. I can print only that. That is about print area. When I want to see page breaks, okay. When I want to apply page breaks, what I can do? I can now, when I click on print, you can clearly see that more number of lines are visible. Up to KL Rahul, the information is getting printed. Now I don't want to see up to that. I want to print only up to Dhoni. Okay. I want to specify ending point here. So what I am doing here, I am simply clicking on insert page break. So now page break is inserted immediately after Dhoni or before Dhoni. Let me say this, print. So only up to Dhoni, as I specified this as ending point, all the lines before it is considered as a page. Even to the right, it will be considered as one page. Okay. So this became, now from this line, from A17 onwards, the data that we have to the downside will be available in second page. Let's say that. So this is page number 1. So when I move to page number 2, okay, what I have? The data after Dhoni third row. Up to Dhoni third row, it is here. Next here. Okay. I know that I have given page break here. Okay. Now I want to remove this. Remove page break. Now page break is removed. When I click on Control P again, now I can see the total data. This is about giving page break and removing page break. When you want to reset all the page breaks and all the pages as default, we can go for reset all page breaks. Then coming to the next one, background. When you want to add some picture from a file, suppose, okay, I want to add this into the background. Okay, this is what you can do, and you can adjust its style and all, right? Background can be deleted, background can be added, right? This is what you can do with the background. Okay. Print titles. Now, if you see print titles option, in print titles, if you see example of printing this information, in the first page, we have year, type of match, batsman and runs. In the second page, it is printed without titles. When I want to see titles in the second page also, when I have so many pages, in each page, I don't want to type this separately. Okay, it is not possible to check where the page ends also. So what I am simply doing is, I am simply selecting print titles and I am selecting the rows to be repeated on the top. Okay, this is what has to be repeated on the top and I am simply selecting it and I am clicking on print preview. The first page it is visible. In the second page it is visible. From the third page onwards don't have any data. So clearly I can see these titles in the first page and second page. This is possible only when we select print titles and when we select rows to be repeated on the top or columns to be repeated on the left. Based on type of representation of data in Excel, we select whether we have to repeat rows or whether we have to repeat columns. Okay. Suppose if the data is entered in this manner, right? Take example of year, take example of runs, take example of team. So when the data is entered like this, in every page, what has to be repeated? A column has to be repeated. Okay. In such case, we use columns, right? Wait. The next group in page layout tab is scale to fit. In scale to fit, we can adjust the total data that is available to us in one page. Width I can adjust to one page. Right. Height I can adjust to one page. When I say this, it is adjusted to a bad extent. So I am simply selecting automatic, right? And even the scale is reduced to 52%. I am changing it as 100%. If I see now what I can see it properly. If I reduce the scale to 70%, what will happen? It is reduced to 70%. In this manner, I can go for even I'm just going for 75 to check whether it fits in single page or not. Right? In this manner, we can go for use of width, height, and scale to fit data into multiple pages or to fit data into single table. Suppose if I select all the data, I'm just removing this. I'm selecting all the data and I'm applying 2 pages. This is also given 2 pages. Now when I see the print, right, automatic adjustment of size is taking place. So better we have to check the scale and we have to change it from time to time. Otherwise, only when it is the case of shrinking the data into less pages or expanding the data into multiple pages, we have to use this. Otherwise, better to keep it automatic. So these are the grid lines we have. If you want to see the grid lines and print them, there are two options here. Suppose if I don't see the difference between the both, now I'm selecting print. Now you can see there are no grid lines beside runs. Now when I print it, when I apply this, you can see this change. Okay. View and print. Headings, these are the headings. A, B, C, D's are column headings. And 1, 2, 3 are row heading. You want to print them, you can also print them by selecting that option. A, B, C's and 1, 2, 3 are visible. So whether to see or print headings, that option is visible here. When we have multiple shapes, take one example. I have a shape here. I have one more shape on the top of it, which is in different color, right? Now, if I want to work on these shapes, right? I want to bring this to the front side. Bring to front side. Send it to back side. Okay. This is already front. In this manner, different applications, right? Whatever we select from the shapes, that is selection pane, alignment can be done. Alignment of shapes can be done. When we have multiple shapes, they can be grouped together. When we move it, now it moves in a group. We can also ungroup it. Now they move normally. Grouping and ungrouping of objects can be done here. If you think about rotating it, you can rotate it. These are the different options we have in page layout tab of Excel. Thank you.